Get ready for an adrenaline-fueled showdown as Mercedes, the powerhouse of Formula One, prepares to unveil a game-changing upgrade for their W14 at the upcoming British Grand Prix. With their development soaring to new heights, the German manufacturer is determined to bridge the gap with their fierce rivals, Red Bull. Brace yourself for a nail-biting battle on the track as Mercedes revs up the competition. The heart of Mercedes is filled with optimism as their monumental upgrade introduced during the Monaco Grand Prix exceeded all expectations. An overhauled floor, cutting-edge side pods, and innovative front suspension played pivotal roles in Lewis Hamilton's stellar performances, propelling him to the podium in the last two races. Witnessing his fierce battle with Fernando Alonso in Canada, it's clear that Mercedes is back in the game, and their hunger for victory knows no bounds. Hamilton's fierce duel with Fernando Alonso in Canada showcased Mercedes' resurgence as he clinched a remarkable third-place finish. Looks like this show just keeps getting exciting. Despite narrowing the victory margin in Canada, Toto Wolff remains cautiously optimistic. While hopes of a tighter race are soaring, Mercedes knows there is still ground to cover to challenge Red Bull's authority. Against all odds, the team defied expectations in Montreal, a track that didn't favor their car's characteristics. It's encouraging to be within striking distance, but they cannot forget that Max Verstappen still dominates from the front. The gap may seem bridgeable, but it remains a daunting challenge that demands unwavering determination. That being said, we must know that Mercedes is not resting on its laurels. Fully aware that the fight against Red Bull demands even more, they are poised to unleash a sensational package of developments before the summer break. Team principal Toto Wolff revealed that the British GP would witness the debut of a larger and more formidable upgrade at Silverstone. He said, "We're bringing a larger one to Silverstone. Then we should have another one before shutdown. It's just that the learnings have accelerated a lot since we changed some of the conceptual architecture. There should be decent steps coming in the next 4 races." Ooh, the arrival of new parts seems super exciting. And here's an even more exciting part. It's not just Toto Wolff who talked about this. Even the technical director, Mike Elliott, spoke up about bringing the changes. He said, "One thing you can be sure of is we will push as hard as we can. We will be bringing new bits to Silverstone. We will be trying to push the car forward, trying to get some pace from the car we've got, or from the package we've got, as well as the new bits we are going to add to it." Well, lucky us. Now we got double confirmation that it's happening. He also explained why they'd have to work more to make things happen. He said, "I think at the same time though, we have to be honest with ourselves and say that, at the moment, we are just a little bit behind those frontrunners in Ferrari and Red Bull. And in a normal race, I think it's going to be tough." True. But let's keep that away for a while. Elliott also mentioned that though Silverstone is meant to make things easier for them, it could also go really wrong. He said, "I think Silverstone will be a circuit that suits us a little bit better like Barcelona did, but maybe it will be just a little bit difficult. Whatever happens, we will push as hard as we can. Our drivers will push as hard as we can because we want to get back to winning. We want to win for the team. We definitely want to win, and we want to win for you, the fans. So let's see what happens. Silverstone was good to us in the past, and the circuit is smoother than the last 3 ones, but it's not Barcelona. We should manage our own expectations and just really grind away, look at the data, and come up with some sensible solutions. Not only for Silverstone, but going forward as well," he added. The road to redemption has been treacherous for Mercedes since the onset of last year. The team finds themselves in unfamiliar territory with only 1 victory in the last 29 Formula One races. Despite the hype and high expectations surrounding the team during the offseason, they have been candid about falling short of their aspirations. Currently sitting 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, trailing Red Bull by a daunting 130 points. Mercedes is determined to bridge the gap. Every eye is on the upgrades they introduced in Monaco, including a fresh floor, redesigned front suspension, and innovative side pods, signaling their intent to reclaim the throne. Not to mention, the Monaco upgrade has opened the floodgates of progress for Mercedes, accelerating their discovery of groundbreaking advancements. With a clearer understanding of simulations and on-track performance, the team has unlocked a treasure trove of performance gains. The team realized early on, particularly in Bahrain, that their previous concept would not stand a chance against the blistering speed of Red Bull. Insufficient grip and performance limitations pushed them to a crossroads. Rather than stubbornly persisting, Mercedes wisely chose to pivot, embarking on a new trajectory to breathe life into their campaign. The ground effect rules and the need for improved downforce prompted a radical transformation, setting the stage for a fascinating evolution. In their quest for dominance, Mercedes recognized the importance of a new floor design and increased rake. Traditionally favoring low-rake cars since the turbo hybrid era commenced, Mercedes has departed from their usual strategy, with the current regulations attributing over 50% of downforce to the floor. The intricacies of the new design became paramount. The complex channels integrated into the floor's construction aim to guide the air under the car, exploiting the benefits of ground effects. Adjustments in the front suspension and introduction of an anti-dive system further enhanced the car's overall rake and platform, offering a fresh perspective for optimal performance. After driving with the new parts for the first time, Hamilton said, "It's not the place to ultimately test an upgrade, but the car was generally feeling good. A bit of a shame we weren't as close as I'd have hoped, but definitely felt the improvements. And we've just got to keep chipping away at it and see if we can squeeze any more juice out of the car." There is one area we're seeing most improvement, and it's very clear where the lack of performance is for me. And so we'll talk about that in the debrief. Put our heads together and try to figure out how we can do that within what we have, and hopefully this gives us a platform to build on moving forwards, he added. Breaking free from the constraints of the past, Mercedes has embarked on an exhilarating journey toward excellence. Speaking on the matter, Wolff said, "I think we are understanding better the simulations, and that correlates with what we are seeing on track. That's been a problem over the last 1.5 years. We are seeing good performance gains that are coming in the tunnel. We are seeing a better understanding of what the car needs in order to go fast and what the setups need to look like. So generally, the steps are getting bigger now. I think we're making good inroads." Though that sounds fun and might be a huge turnover for Mercedes, toppling the mighty Red Bull requires a monumental effort. While Max Verstappen's narrower victory margin in Canada raised hopes of a fierce battle, Toto Wolff remains cautiously optimistic. He said, "For us, we didn't expect to perform here in Canada because how the car behaves at the moment is more with high-speed corners. It's encouraging to be not so far away. But one must not forget that Max is cruising in the front. I don't think he's completely cruising, but he is still having an easier time in the front. I think there is margin, so there's quite a gap to catch up." Despite Montreal not favoring their car's characteristics, Mercedes showcased their mettle. However, the gap to bridge remains substantial. When asked if Red Bull felt the heat for the first time this season at a regular track, Wolff's response was cautious yet revealing. Acknowledging the progress made, he emphasized that the margin is still significant, with Verstappen maintaining his dominance. The tantalizing possibility of closing the gap to the frontrunner hangs in the air, fueling anticipation and setting the stage for an electrifying clash of titans. He said, No, I think that the margin is still too big to be really thinking that Max is under pressure. I don't know how much the advantage was in this race. Was it 0.2 or so? But it was still far off." As the anticipation builds and the countdown to the British Grand Prix begins, Mercedes fans and F1 enthusiasts are bracing themselves for a spectacular showcase of power, strategy, and pure racing prowess. Will Mercedes' audacious upgrades propel them to new heights? Or will Red Bull reign at the top remain unchallenged? The stage is set, and the tension is palpable. Now we just have to wait and find out. What do you think will happen to the future of Mercedes? Let us know in the comments below. If this is your first time here, drop a like, share, and subscribe. And for more of the latest content, hit that notification bell and stay tuned.